adding red seat poles to the back of my Toyota Tacoma. Time to change up the color for a new theme. Well, good afternoon everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. And that's right, today I'm going to be changing out the seat poles in the back of my Toyota Tacoma. You know, a little while back I did a video where I made some orange seat poles to put back there because, of course, Toyota doesn't include them anymore. However, they do include the bolt hole that you can screw into if you make your own. Now, you can also buy them, but they're fairly expensive for what they are. So what I'm talking about, let's go take a look here. I had put orange in here because, of course, I had an orange theme on the truck. You know, a little orange here, little orange there, and of course, a little bit of orange back there. But I've decided to remake the truck. Everything is going to be changing, including these seat poles. So, if you look at the back of your seat, you're going to see a bolt hole back here, a screw hole, that you can go ahead and put these in yourself. Now, I will link below the bolt size as well as the material that I'm using, and then the kit that you'll see in a minute that you use to put the rivets in here, or the holes, if you will, to put these on. So, all you need is a screwdriver, of course the screw, but I'm going to pull mine off. This is the relatively easy part, I believe, and I think I also have a washer behind that screw, if I'm not mistaken, if I can remember. And I will be reusing that, of course, because I think I colored it black with a Sharpie marker, but it worked pretty well. So there you go, you can see, and I do have a washer on there, but you can see, as soon as I get it off of here, well, I can show you this way. There is a washer there that I had kind of colored black. I may hit that again just to freshen it up a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and make some new seat poles. So let's go over to the workbench and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, first off, what you'll need to do this, and before I forget, this is the size of the bolt or the screw down there that fits in that hole in the back. Honestly, I'd probably try to get away with a little bit shorter. This is a 1 inch, I think. 3/4 is probably plenty, but either way, it works. It is a Phillips M6-1x20. Now, the kit that I was talking about is this rivet kit. I guess you call it a rivet kit. No, it's a grommet kit. I keep calling it a rivet. It's a grommet kit. And, of course, it's to go ahead and put in the holes that you're going to make so that you have something to secure against. Otherwise, they'll just fray and pull right through on the canvas type material, the strapping itself. This I did buy off of Amazon. Again, there'll be links down below for this stuff, but there are different colors you can get. You don't have to go orange or red. You can go black or a few others, I believe. So first off, I need to remeasure this because I don't remember how long it was, and then cut off a couple of pieces off of here, and then I'll show you the next step. The length that you need, and I believe I started off with, is 14 inches. It's a hair shorter now because I did melt the end of the straps. This is just with a lighter or something, so that they didn't fray. And you never see this anyway because it's actually behind the seat, obviously. You'll only see this part. So 14 inches is plenty. That seemed to work pretty darn well for me. So I'm going to cut a couple of 14-inch links off of here, and then we'll melt the end of them real quick, and then we'll get to work on the holes for the grommets. Okay, we've got our 2 strips, and this doesn't have to be exact. They're about 14 inches. As I said, we have to melt the ends. Now, fortunately, it comes already melted on the end from the vendor, but I'm going to hit it again just to be sure, and it melts really fast, so you want to make sure you don't hold the flame on there too long, or you'll potentially have a mess. Just about that long. Now, this is what it looks like before it's melted. You can see some fraying and stuff there. That's going to go away real quick when you hit it with the flame, because this is kind of like almost like a plastic, really. But there you go. That's it. And you can kind of shape it a little. Just be careful you don't burn yourself. Go ahead and do the other one. Again, you don't want to leave it on there too long, or it will melt big time. And you don't want it to melt big time, just small time. This again is just to keep it from fraying once you have it on there. That one I got a little bit too much. Again, don't do it this way if you're sensitive to heat. We don't want you burning yourself. But that's it, that's all it takes. Now, in the kit that I mentioned here, we have a base, and that's what you're gonna kind of sit where you want the rivet or the grommet to be on. And then it comes with this little cutter-like thing. So you kind of put this on, push down, and then it will cut the hole, because this is sharp here, for the grommet to go in. And then this piece, actually, once you have the hole cut, you put your grommet on one side on here, and then the other side on the other side, sandwiching the material in between, and then you use this to kind of pound it together, to squish it together. And it kind of has, I don't know if you're familiar with grommets, but they kind of have like little teeth inside almost. You can see on here, I'm not sure, but little teeth that will fold over and keep everything nice and secure. So we're going to do that next. What you want to do is decide exactly where, and by the way, this is what it'll look like when you're finished. Kind of want the hole to be, let's see, on this one, looks like the center of the hole is about, oh, maybe ½ an inch or so down from the top. So we're going to try to mimic that, if you will. I do want it to be in the middle, of course. So I'm going to try to go about the same, about ½ an inch down or something like that. We'll use this as this will be a good guide, I suppose. Didn't think of doing this before, but this actually will work pretty well. So kind of put that on like that, and then we'll use our tool to go ahead and punch it right on through. So let's give it a try, see if we can actually get it to work. Like I said, it is easier with a hammer, and I think I'm going to go ahead and grab a hammer. It'll just be quicker to do, I think. We'll see. Okay, we got our hammer ready. We have our hole started. Now, I'm just going to kind of hit it a couple times. You don't want to kill it. Frankly, there's no reason to. And then just kind of twist it a little bit, and it will kind of cut through the material. That's been my experience with it. So we'll see how well it works. Probably doesn't help putting this other piece on. So we'll get that one out of the way. And now we'll go ahead and just kind of want to twist it. What you're going to do is put the male part, if you will, this part of the grommet through that hole, and then it will fold down over the female part. So let's just kind of twist that around a little bit on there. I'll let you see what it looks like here. Hopefully we have managed to cut a hole, and it looks like we did. What I had to do before, the material that sticks up like that, you just kind of snip off with a pair of scissors, and then I will hit that real quick again with a lighter just to melt it a little bit. But that's basically it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of them that way, and then I'll show you how the grommet goes in. Okay, we've got one done here. You can see I'm going to show you how to do it. First, you take the male part of the grommet, if you will, and you want to feed it through your hole, like so. It will stretch, so it doesn't seem like it's going to fit at first, if you get this same kit, by the way. But trust me, it does. Just kind of have to work it a little bit, you know, before you can get it through. So there you go. You can see it's sticking through the hole now. So you want to set it on that little device that comes with the kit. So we're going to go ahead and slip it over there, and then you're going to take the female end, put it face down, and then you take your little tool here and put it on the top over the little hole, like so. And then you just want to hit it with a hammer a couple times. Again, you don't want to kill it, you just want to snug it. And you can kind of feel when it's there, right? And you can with this one. And that's what you get. That's the nice finished edge, which will be the edge that's up. That's what I did here. As opposed to the ugly end, that's this, where the little clasps actually bend down. And we'll go ahead and do the same thing on the other, and then we'll be ready to put them in. Okay, we've got them screwed in. You guys can see this is what they look like from the back. Came out pretty well, I think. Obviously, to put them down, you just put them down. Not rocket science, pretty easy. Of course, the cool thing about this mod is you can make these as long as you want. I mean, you could have them stretch out all the way to here if you wanted to, or shorter. It's up to you. But the important part is one, they look good. I like them. And two, they give you a practical application or practical use to be able to pull the seat up, like so. Obviously, it's a pretty simple concept. Now, the benefit of this, as I've talked about before, is you have to grab the side of the seat. If you look at the way the seat kind of twists when you do that, that's not good, because you only have these little thin metal brackets down here that rotate the seat. And if you look at the pins that are in here, they're not very big either. So this is a way to maybe keep your seat from warping or coming loose from putting it up and down, grabbing it from the side. That's just a quick little change out, if you will, for the pull straps as I slowly change the current color theme. Stay tuned for more. Leave a comment, let me know. Have you ever done those seat pulls before? I'd be curious. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. RobMotive MT, all about mini trucks, currently the Hyundai Santa Cruz, and RobMotive JT, all about Jeep Gladiators. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.